Hello and welcome to the second class in the First Time Yoga Fundamentals series. My name is Vicki and let's get started. Come to a comfortable seated position on your mat. You may want to use a blanket to lift your hips so that you can be a little more comfortable. Allows your knees to come towards the floor. So yoga actually means union in Sanskrit. It's the union, the body, the mind, the spirit. And we often think of yoga as something we do for our body to make us more flexible and strong and balanced. But really, what we're seeking is to have those qualities in our mind. We want to kind of calm our mind so that it isn't racing from one thing to another, so that we can be present in this very moment. And one way that we can unify mind and body is through the breath. And one special breath that we have in yoga is called the Ujjayi breath, or victorious breath in English. And so we are going to practice that today. Let's start to deepen the breath. A nice big inhale and exhale. And then on this inhale and exhale, so inhale. And on the exhale, breathe out with your mouth open. On this inhale, take a nice big inhale through the nose and out through the mouth. Saying ha. Let's try that one more time. It's as if you're trying to fog up a mirror. So try that and breathe into your hand so that you can feel it. I think you get the idea. So next, as we're going halfway through the exhale, we're going to close our mouth. So inhale through the nose. And then and notice how you can almost hear the ocean in your ears when you do that with your mouth closed. Try that again. It's like holding up a shell to your ear. One more time. It's also a little like hearing Darth Vader's breathing. So if that makes more sense to you, try that. Try to sound like Darth Vader. So good, that is our Ujjayi breath, and we're going to keep trying to use that throughout our practice today. So let's come to a standing position. We'll come to our mountain pose. So bring your feet hip width distance apart. And remember, let's, as we did last time, bring your toes up, lift them high, spread your toes wide if you can, and then set them back down on the floor. And keep your arches lifted, like you're suction cupping the floor. Keep your knees nice and soft. Try bending them forward just to make sure that your feet are nice and straight forward. Soften your pelvis so it's not too far back, not too far forward, just nice and neutral. Bring your heart forward. Your shoulders go back and down. Hands come forward. Head is as if you're being held as a puppet on a string. Take a deep breath in and relax into the pose. Exhale. Unclench your jaw, unfurrow your brow. Another deep breath in and out. Now reach your hands overhead and grab your right wrist with your left hand and stretch over to the left. Really stretching your side body and try to bring your Ujjayi breath back. Come back up to center and reach to the other side. So grabbing your left wrist, reach towards the right side, feeling the stretch in the side body. Nice big Ujjayi breath. And back up to center. Now swan dive forward towards our forward fold. Let your head hang heavy like a melon. Nod your head yes. Shake your head no. Clasping opposite elbows. Bending your knees just slightly so that you can feel the stretch in your hamstring right in the belly of your hamstring. Swaying back and forth, side to side. Then hands to shins. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. And then bring your arms straight up, bend your knees. Chair pose. Your chair pose can be up high with your knees just a little bent, or nice and low, really working your quadriceps. You choose. Nice big inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. And coming up to standing. Hands to the heart center. Now let's do our half sun salutation. So inhale, bring your hands up to the sky. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift to a tabletop. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, coming all the way up one vertebra at a time to standing. And then hands to the heart center. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, hands up to the sky. Exhale, hinge forward at the hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, all the way up to standing. And hands to your heart center. So today we're going to work on lunges, both high lunge and low lunge. So first, take a blanket because we're going to be on our knees and it will feel a lot better if you have some padding. So if you have a mat, standing at the top of your mat, but your blanket should be just about a foot behind you. So inhale, arms up, come forward to forward fold, and bend your knees and plant your hands and bring your right leg all the way back as far as you can. And then let your knee come down to the floor and untuck your toes. Your hands can be flat on the floor, and you really let your hips come forward so that you feel a really nice opening right here in the hip and in the front of the quadricep. We can stay here or we can come up to standing, or come up straight, or even bring our arms overhead. This is Anjaneyasana in Sanskrit. So do with your arms what feels good to you. And then bring your arms back to the floor. Tuck your toes. Bring your knee back up. And step your foot forward to meet the left. And then take a breath in our forward fold. Inhale. And exhale. Then bend your knees. Put hands to the floor. Bring your left foot back. Knee to your blanket. Untuck your toes. And reach your hips forward to get that nice opening in the hip and stretch of the quadricep. So Anjaneyasana. Asana is the word for pose in Sanskrit. And so you hear it at the end of just about every pose we'll do. Mountain pose is called Tadasana. So it's like ta-da, asana. Okay, and bring your hands to the floor, untuck your toes, bring your knee up, and step forward to forward fold. And then on your inhale, come all the way up to standing. And hands to the heart center. Then inhale, arms up to the sky. Forward fold on the exhale. And bring your right leg back again. But this time we're going to leave our knee up. This is a high lunge. So it's a bit of a balance, but bring yourself up to standing. And if you have any lower back pain at all, just bend that back knee. That may help. And then bring your arms alongside your ears. And come down, bending your left knee as much or as little as is comfortable for you. And breathing your Ujjayi breath. Bring your hands to your heart center and step forward. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, hinge forward at the hips. Take your left leg back, keeping your toes tucked. Bring your body up and arms up to the sky. Either keep your legs straight in the back, your left leg straight in the back, or bend it if it's more comfortable for you. Either way is perfectly fine. Nice big Ujjayi breath. And exhale. And then go ahead and step forward. Hands to your heart. And then we'll come to a seated position. So if you like to sit on a blanket, you can do. You can fold that so that it's just right for you. So first, we're going to take the soles of our feet and bring them together. And try to sit up nice and tall. tall as you can. Let's do a nice big breath here. And now let's just make this a little bit of a flow. So as we inhale, we straighten up as tall as we can. And exhale, fold forward, pushing your elbows on your thighs or your knees, wherever they come. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, back up. Exhale, fold. Now let's cross our legs into a comfortable seated position. And as we inhale, let's come forward into our cow position, chin towards the sky. And then exhale to cat. Tuck your chin, round your spine, pull your arms straight, really stretch between your shoulders. And inhale forward. And exhale back. Last time. And back. And come back to center. Take your right hand, put it on your left knee, left hand on your right knee, and let's do the same. Inhale up as high as you can. Exhale, leaning into this stretch. This should really get into the middle of your shoulder blades. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. And coming back to center. If it's comfortable for you and not just awkward, go ahead and switch your feet around. That can be a little bit awkward. Try to find what's least awkward for you. But of course, if there's any pain, just ease out and sit in a way that doesn't cause you pain. So this time, let's take our left hand first on our right knee, right hand to left knee, and inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale forward, exhale back. So we always want to listen to our body. Whenever our body tells us that something is painful, we want to ease out. What we're looking for really is what I'd call sweet discomfort, meaning you feel a really good stretch or you feel that you're really working a muscle, but it doesn't hurt. You just find your edge of what's possible. And coming back to center. So let's put our feet straight out in front of us. This is called staff pose, Dandasana. And push your hands into the floor or into your blanket, whatever is right next to your hips. And push your heart forward. Your feet are active, really flexed. And then take your hands away and see if you can keep that curvature in your spine. Nice big Ujjayi breath. Now take your right leg, cross it over the left, and give that knee a nice big hug. And twist your body towards the right, reaching your right hand behind you and looking behind you. Keep your left foot active, so you're flexing that foot. and come back to center. Let yourself unwind, and then bring your left leg over your right leg and give your left knee a nice hug. Really feeling that in the outside hip. And then inhale, nice and tall, extending your spine. Exhale, twist your torso to the left. And reach back with the left hand. Never really force your body into this. Just find your edge. You don't want to feel pain, and sometimes we just overdo it with the twist. So just find a nice, gentle twist. And then unwind and come forward. Let's come to our backs. We're going to try something called Happy Baby. It's probably one of my favorite poses of all time. So when we come into our back, bring your knees into your chest. Bring the soles of your feet towards the ceiling, and bring your legs apart. And then try to reach for the outside of your feet. If you can't reach the outside of your feet, that's perfectly okay. Just reach the back of your thighs and pull them towards you. And yeah, happy baby. You can sway side to side. Really getting a nice stretch in the hips. Breathing your nice Ujjayi breath. I could stay here all day. So let's go ahead and put your feet back on the floor. Extend them out so that your feet are wider than your hips. If you're chilly, you can cover yourself up with your blanket. Spread your arms nice and wide. Maybe do a little shoulder roll to get yourself nice and comfortable on the floor. And just let yourself melt into the floor. Nice big inhale. And exhale. Just enjoy the stillness and the silence for these last 2 minutes. Bring your awareness back to the room. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Take a nice big inhale. And exhale. Circle your wrists and your ankles. Rock your head from side to side. Stretch full body. Arms overhead. And then bring the soles of your feet to the floor, bending your knees and letting yourself roll to the right. If it works for you, use your right arm as a pillow. And then push into your left hand so that you can come up to nice, comfortable seated position. So let's do a deep breath in, arms up to the sky, and back to our heart center. One more time. And bring your hands to your forehead as a reminder of kind thought, to your lips as a reminder of kind speech, and to your heart as a reminder of kind intention. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Namaste. So remember that yoga is about 1% theory and 99% practice. So over this next week, I hope you'll practice your Ujjayi breath, getting some nice stretches in your hips with lunges and happy baby. And just work on calming your mind. Thank you.